got a lot of interesting things going on. Something that's exciting, we're starting to put together a movie. And it's going to be wiki produced. So we've got this story that we've been working on for a while. It's a love story, of course. Of course, what else is there? No, there are other things, you know. This is a love story that is very real. It's a real story. It's a true story. And so the Russian man, young man, who works in the bakery in which an important scene from this story took place, it was interesting because when I said the story, well, there's this story that happened here, and you know, at first he thought I was just, well, you know, I'm kind of a showman by nature, so he thought I was just telling a story, you know. Let me tell you a story. But then he realized, and he goes, is this a true story? Because people do want to know the truth. The truth is stranger than fiction, and truth is more real, and more varied, and I mean, not that fiction is not as good as nonfiction. Actually, that's an entirely different question from the difference between truth and nonsense. We can say there's a lot of stuff on TV that's, you know, reality TV that's just BS. On the other hand, there's some reality shows that are kind of, you know, they fictionalize it, they dramatize it, they make it more interesting. Because, well, if it's just the facts, man, just the facts. We don't know a lot of the facts. We just gotta, or the facts are the facts just in that laid out, the details of, you know, it's not where the meat is, even though sometimes things do hinge up on very small details. And in those particular cases, those details, well, this is where fiction can be more true than nonfiction. What if nobody knows the details? It's just not written anywhere. What happened between Queen Elizabeth and Lord Burleigh after that whole incident with, what's his name, the other guy, Dudley, you know? Nobody, this wasn't written down, so you gotta fictionalize it. Of course, it's much more interesting when you have facts, you know, details, fictional details that fit, that work, that are true in spirit to what we're talking about. So that's what we're doing. And so anyway, this guy doesn't know it yet. And of course he might decide he doesn't want to do it, but this is the way we're working this thing. We're saying, look, it's a true story. You're interested, aren't you? And, well, we're putting together a wiki-produced movie. We're not going to hire camera people and gaffers and best boys and blah, blah, blah. I mean, maybe after we put together this movie, maybe we will sell it to a studio, but maybe not. Who cares? I mean, it depends, you know. If it's good enough for them to make into a Hollywood movie, well, why not? But that's not what we're about. We're about telling a story, interesting story, and getting people involved. And people are going to be able to put their own spin and start their own storyline. So they'll be